Tried to talk, couldn't talk. I do this quick, short little stream, mainly for Microsoft, because there have been some people asking on their forums why Paint 3D isn't, or at least one person, and I replied to him, why Paint 3D isn't allowing us to open the 3D files for the projects we've worked on. It's kind of crazy, because I spent a few hours streaming what I was doing in Paint 3D for the first time, really messing around with it, and I didn't know this at the time of the stream because I never tried to reopen my file during the stream. But the next day, or a few days later, it was actually at least a few days later, I went to go work on it again, and it wouldn't open. So then, just to test it, I also created a blank 3D project, and it also did not open, except you'll see here in a second. So that's what this video is here, just to show what's going on, and I'm hoping that maybe a YouTube video may encourage Microsoft to kind of work on it and figure out what the hell's wrong so that people don't waste their time on their projects. It's a really cool program. I like it. It's the future version of Microsoft Paint, basically. Except you can work in 3D or 2D. So, without further ado, alright, so this is my stream. I'll open a new web page. Okay, that's the one I'm currently doing right now. Alright, here it is. I haven't been streaming too much lately, mainly because the game I play, I just feel like its matchmaking and ranking system isn't working too well. And after 5,000 passionate matches in that game, you'd think I'd know a thing or two, or at least be able to see. Yeah, I may not play like a pro, but I'm not bad at that game at all, and I can tell you after 5,000 matches, plus playing Bloodline Champions before, that I'm a very experienced player, and I can tell just by watching someone whether they're a skilled player and they think things out. This was kind of cool. This was my first texture I made for like a 16-bit game, and I made it so you can just tile them, just a tile. I know I'm not an artist, so but I did get it to where everything tiles up well on the side to side. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go back to 3D Paint. Alright, so I opened up a project. This doesn't have any sound, unfortunately, because I forgot to check my sound device to see if it was outputting my sound, and it wasn't. Apparently OBS changed my settings, or I don't remember changing my settings. But I was just messing around, seeing what kind of texture I could give it at first. And let's fast forward. Alright, so here I was showing what kind of rocks I was planning on making. That was one of them. And here's the actual implementation of my first rock. Because, you know, my last name is Stone. So, my Twitch logo, I made just like a bunch of stones on each side with my name and a keyboard and a controller that I made myself, no one else. Sorry, I had to say that because I thought it was pretty good. Hey, look, that's awesome. It looks like a PlayStation 2 controller, but that's still pretty freaking good for someone who doesn't consider himself an artist, really. I mean, I'm an artist in certain things, like pool. I play a mean game of pool. I play a mean game of Battlerite, actually. But this is me. So basically I worked on it from 30 minutes in all the way to 2 hours and 30 minutes in almost. And here I'm just setting the rocks to the surface of the 2D image on the back. Just getting all my rocks lined up. I'm basically recreating my logo, but in a 3D format. I thought it was cool. So I just basically got all those rocks on this side going. Let's fast forward. Then I had to reposition them all. I decided to start with the bottom because I couldn't see through all the other rocks that were on top to tell if they were on the edge, on the surface. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just lining them up. And I do this all the way to the top for the next frickin' almost an hour. Then I copy them, flip it, and then put it on that side. Just the same thing I did in regular paint, just a 3D version. I thought it was looking good. And here I was just messing with my logo, trying to figure out, or my name, trying to figure out how I want to redo that, which was pretty cool. And I decided to go with this basic setup here. Let's fast forward it to where I'm looking around at it. Come on, turn it sideways so people can see. I think I still need to pull it out in front of the image. Alright, so that's pretty much it right there. I finished it. So I saved it, and that was it. I really didn't do anything else. I think it took a little while to save it, but that was pretty much it. I'm going to close it. Alright, now I'm going to open 3D Paint here. Paint 3D. Boom. Alright, so here we go. I try to open it. This is the blank 3D. This is exactly what it does. It can't open the file. Something went wrong. That's it. No error code or anything like that. I'm not sure how to look for error codes on this. But it'll do the same when I try to open this, except it takes a lot longer, so I'm not going to attempt that. But it does the same thing with the blank document. So it does show that it's here. Let's see browse files real fast. Yeah, see, it's not even taking me to wherever it saves the files. I'm not even sure where it saves them. Probably my documents. Let's just try to check that out real fast. Not my games. You would think it'd be in my documents. Stones Logo 3 backup PNG. Okay, yeah, that's just my backup I wanted to make of my background there. But I'm not going to keep that background, I don't think. It does kind of look like it adds a shadow effect, but which is kind of cool. Actually looks kind of cool, but it doesn't look quite true. Maybe if the light source was directly over the S, because there's no shadow over the S, and then the shadow goes over and over. But it kind of looks like a shadow, but then there's no shadow over the way over here, so it makes it look a little funky. So anyway, that's what it does. I don't know where it saves files. Alright, so this is the post that someone else posted. Can't open my project in Paint 3D. I've been trying to open a project, finished the Paint, but when I try to open, it continuously says that there's an error opening file. Same thing I get. When I try to find the file manually on my computer, I cannot see it. I let my computer rest for a couple of hours, but it's doing the same thing again. How can I recover? Find that lost project. Alright. So there's probably one way. I'm actually going to attempt this right now during the video. It's probably going to be C. That's my, what? Windows old. I'm not sure why that's there, to be honest. I don't remember putting it there. I don't think I would have called a folder Windows.old. I may have done Windows-old if I did it. So Windows probably did that when it updated for when it actually added the 3D Paint program. So let's just go here and just say Paint and just see what it finds. Should find something pretty quick. Windows Paint 64, Windows GDI Paint. Kinda want to go in a list view. It should find, if anything, the regular Windows Paint program. I don't know why it hasn't found it yet, to be honest. I find that kind of weird. I'm not too much familiar with the technical stuff on what has changed in Windows 10. I am familiar with like Windows, everything before 8. So I'm not sure if it still has like the Windows applications in the Windows folder. I should still find it even if it's hidden, because I already have my settings to find hidden folders when I search. There goes MS Paint. Okay, now where's MS Paint 3D? That's what I'm looking for, so I can find out where that folder is, because maybe it's saving it in that folder, or it could be saving it. Open a new window. It could be saving it in my document, or no. C, users, Dine Wallace, app data. Hey, what was that? My 3D projects. Oh, that's what I did with the 3D Builder program, which is pretty cool. So that's where it saves the 3D Builder projects. Okay. You would think it would save the Paint 3D in here also, but it doesn't look like it does. Desktop, contact, app data, thumb, app data, local, Microsoft. Media player, MS Build, OneDrive, writing speech. I don't see anything that would be paint in here. What's that? I don't know what that is. So I don't do nothing with it. If I don't know what it is, I'm not going to change it. That's just how I've always been. I could just, what if I typed in just 3D? It'd probably be too... Alright, if it hasn't found anything yet, it's probably not going to find it. So let's just type in 3D. 3D video. Yeah, I know a lot of shit's going to come up 3D, man. But anyway, while that's doing that, I'll tell you about this. Anyway, so I found this guy's post. It wasn't posted too long ago. It was just the end of November. It was on November 30th, actually. Looks like. And then this guy replied and said, maybe you want to try this, blah, blah, blah. I did this. And I followed every instruction. And these two are basically the same thing to do. So I don't know why he posted that twice and tell us to follow. If that doesn't work, do this. So yeah, it didn't work. So I posted back, no, this did not work for me and I'm having the same problem. Then after I posted this, directly after, I decided to go in and create this blank project and try to reopen it, and it did the exact same thing. So I posted this as an addendum to my reply, and they still haven't responded back yet, so maybe it's something they're checking in on. Nobody else has an answer for it just yet, but I hope they get it fixed, because I'd like to finish my project, and I hope my project isn't gone forever. That would really suck. Let's see, I named it Stones Logo 3-3D. Stones Logo 3-3D. Oh man, there's going to be so many items to look through. Graphics printing 3D. Okay, that must be one of their 3D DLLs for the MS Paint to print to a printer in 3D, a 3D printer. Yeah, that's what that stuff is. Printing 3D, MBI. Yeah, I'd figure AMD would be in there a whole lot. Yeah, I still don't see nothing Paint 3D. I don't even see the program. It's probably an app. I don't know exactly where apps are stored, to be honest. Like I said, I'm not familiar with any of the technical stuff in this. Maybe it isn't here. Let's just look for Paint. Yeah. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go C drive. And let's just look for the name of my file, which is Stones Logo 3-3D. That'd be messed up if it just saves it in a cloud or something and not on your computer. I wouldn't be surprised with today's technology. Today's technology, there's double-edged sword. The only reason it's a double-edged sword is because governments and businesses can use it to keep track of you in order to, well, governments will have their own agenda, but also it would be about money too. But businesses, they want to do it, they want to keep track of you because they want to make as much money as they can. If they find out the things that you like and all that, whatever other information they deem valuable to finding out your general tendencies. So in today's society, in a monetary society, everything's based off of money. And you got greed, and you got people getting rich and rich and rich and rich, and you got like 2% of the world's population owns 90% of the world's money. That's kind of crazy. So it very clearly shows how greedy we are and how much, you know, they say if you get rid of money, nobody do work. That's not true. People want to do stuff, okay, especially if they don't have nothing to do. So if people don't want to work, then that means that entertainment people don't want to do their entertainment, right? Because that's their work. That means they're going to stop entertaining people, or at least according to the general consensus of the population would say, or at least the opposers, the people who haven't thought it out. But people want to work, man. People want to do stuff. People want to be innovative. People want to do stuff, man. There's so much preventing us. And what if you made school free? How many of these how many people, especially the future people, if we made schools free now, how many future people do you think would go to school instead of getting in gangs and shit? Now that they got education free, you would think that that would definitely have an impact on people joining gangs and doing gangbang and stuff. Because now they figure, well, maybe I can, just maybe I can learn something really good enough to do well financially. So I'm not going to get in your gang. I mean, just that alone, I think, would help our society a whole lot. But anyway, it's not finding this file. And it would have found it by now, or at least I would expect it to have found it. It's already more than that, well over 90% done. At least that's what it looks like. I'm just going to stop it. But anyway, that's what's going on with 3D Paint. Do something, Microsoft. Shit, I want to finish my project. I know they're very busy guys, but you know, I think it's awesome. They released it, and then they got this 3D Builder program. I might as well open that because I know that will open my project. So you could print in 3D. It's awesome. I don't have a 3D printer. That sucks. I'll show you my pool cue I was working on. Load object. Alright, it's I'll make it orange. And I forget how to unselect an object. There we go. Deselect. Orange. Turquoise. But anyway, obviously it doesn't have a texture on it, but this is the pool cue I was working on. I know, no pool cue. actually has a point like that, but I'll fix it eventually. So I just got a few things to work on. I don't know how to work with this program very well, but I've worked with some 3D programs, so I'm not a complete idiot on working with 3D objects and stuff. But that's about it. Come on, Microsoft, fix that damn 3D program. 3D Paint. Says, oh, this dude said he had an error code that I didn't even get an error code. Let's look that up real fast before I go. So if it's misconfigured, it is misconfigured by Microsoft because they just recently updated and installed that. So maybe a future update's going to fix that. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm going to push this over to my YouTube. Until next time.